Hey, pen pals, let's talk about the use of ChatGPT in your writing. Shannan Johnson, CEO of The Professional Pen, where we develop screenwriters from idea to pitch. Need help in your screenplay? Go to www.theprofessionalpen.com. Now, I want us to consider that ChatGPT has its own voice, that it takes you giving it the right prompts so that it can sound like your voice. And even in that, it's not going to sound exactly like you. And because of that, a lot of the times when you use ChatGPT, it's obvious that it's being used. Now, is it wrong for you to use it? No, it's a tool. It's out there. You should be using it. You should be learning it, but it's about how you're using it. So let's talk about how ChatGPT responds to you. ChatGPT is not going to give you yes or no clearly defined answers in your writing because writing is subjective. However, what it can do is it can do the research for you, give you the sources, and give you a yes or no or maybe so answer about more factual things. So if you were to ask it a research question, it's going to do that work, which saves you time. So now you don't have to go to Google, go through all of the different links to find the information. ChatGPT can do that in seconds. When it comes to your writing, it's not going to tell you this is a bad idea. That's a bad line of dialogue. You shouldn't make that choice. You should make this one. It's not going to do that. What it's going to do instead is take what you have given it and then make you feel good about what you gave it while also offering some tweaks. So for example, if you were to say, hey, does this feel like a good next step for my character? It's not going to say, no, you should do this instead. It's going to say, you're thinking in the right direction. You're asking the right questions. So let's figure out some options. Here's the option that you gave. Let's talk about how this may or may not work. Here are a couple of other options that you can try. Now, within those options are going to be very on the nose because, again, it's taking knowledge from what's already out there to answer your questions and have this conversation with you. So it's not going to say, no, that's a bad idea. No, don't do that. It's not going to do that. It's just going to say, hey, you're working with something. Let's see how we can flesh it out a little bit. It's the same way as when you get notes from someone like the professional pen, right? Because a lot of people's notes are giving you pitches, right, on how you can fix the thing or what you should do. But from the professional pen, we will often ask you questions or point out why something may not be working. Sometimes we will then say, here is an example, not because you should use this as what you're going to do to fix it in your script, but here's an example. The same way ChatGPT is going to give you this list of, here are some things that you can try. Your notes are doing the same thing. Your job is to then read those notes or read the on-the-nose responses from ChatGPT to see if it sparks something for you to creatively solve the problem. It's not about taking exactly what ChatGPT says. It's about using that to help you get to the next thing. Like, think about it as like we used to do those maps when we were little where you had to connect the dots right from one thing to the next. That's what it's doing for you. It's like, hey, you need to get from this dot to this dot. It's going to give you several ways that you can get there. You might not use any of those ways, but something that it said, one of those examples is the thing that made your brain go, oh, well, what about this and then that and then that? And that wasn't even what ChatGPT suggested. So use it as a tool, but understand that it's just a tool. It's not to replace you. It's here to make the process more efficient for you. It's here to give you a brain trust. It's here to give you a writer's group. And even in that, you're going to get something different if you talk to human beings from what you're going to get from ChatGPT, because human beings will say, this is stupid. Don't do that. That doesn't make any sense. ChatGPT is not going to do that. ChatGPT is going to particularly agree with or make you feel good about whatever questions you're asking it. Okay. Your job is to look in between that and figure out, is there something here that's useful for me? Sometimes the answer is no. So you have to keep prompting it. You have to keep asking questions. You have to keep giving it information. You can't just wait for it to give you answers. You have to give it context. And in that context, it tries to understand you better, understand your story better, and then give you some things that can help you solve your problem. Hope this helps. If you are looking for feedback on your screenplays, you know what to do. Click the link in the bio, find it in the caption, www.theprofessionalpen.com.
The Professional Pen. The Professional